Do you want to see for yourself how the let go and sketch approach has helped me go from a timid sketcher producing basic work that was okay, but it kind of lacked any personality or any kind of oomph, to someone who is now confident and experimental sketcher? I worry less about making mistakes and I enjoy experimenting with my process more. A lot of this is mindset, and not being tied to the outcome actually allows you to have way more fun during the process and really find yourself in your sketching at the same time as capturing the world around you. It's almost as if you're exploring the outer physical world and your inner creative world simultaneously. Am I getting a bit woo-woo here? I don't know, probably, but I do think about this stuff quite a lot. And well, I hope you guys kind of can connect with what I'm saying, but even if you don't, that's fine. We are just going to learn to sketch fearlessly. That's all. So in the last 4 videos, we covered a lot of ground. I showed you how to implement my let go and sketch philosophy by firstly sketching a simple household item and not worrying about perfect line work or proportion or painting. And look how great that sketch came out. It was just like full of personality. It was like really fun, you know? And we also covered how to break down large scenes into smaller elements across a sketchbook spread. I hope this strategy showed you how you can take your sketching skills out into the world and capture everything that you want to. I even set you some homework as well, so I hope you had a go. In my last video, I covered my entire process from beginning to end, so if you haven't seen these videos, I do really recommend going back and watching them from the start, ideally in order, as they are packed with tips to get you started on your own sketchy adventure. In this video, I just want to share a bit of my journey with you and show you how, through developing my let go and sketch approach, how it's just really impacted my own sketching. When I first got started, I drew everything in pencil first, and I mean everything. I was so terrified of getting things wrong. And once I'd finished arduously sketching everything in pencil, every little detail, I would simply trace over the top with my pen and kind of curse myself if I didn't follow those pencil lines exactly. And then I would erase the pencil lines. So all of this would take hours, and by this stage I was just exhausted and I'd just kind of run out of motivation to carry on, you know? So I'd get to a reasonable point with my line drawing and I'd be quite happy with it. And then I was terrified to go and add in the watercolour because I was so scared that I was going to ruin it. And so I'd spent all that time on the drawing and then just to put the paint on and then be like, oh no, I've ruined it. So it's taken me a long time to get to the point of understanding that the line drawing did not have to be perfect to get a good sketch in the end. And it sunk in after a few years that a sketch was my impression of what I was seeing, and actually some of the sketches that I love to look at the most are the most expressionistic. You know, some of the sketchbook artists that I really admire have the wonkiest lines and the loosest watercolour, and that's actually what I really love. I could never quite put my finger on what was wrong with my sketches and why they didn't turn out how I wanted them to. Once I had it figured out though, and you know, it took me a while, but I went from sketches like this back in 2014-15 to then making sketches like this in 2017, 2018 and onwards. I learned that I only needed some basic pencil lines to start, and the real magic actually happened when I picked up my pen, and I learned how making squiggles could translate into ornate architectural details, and I learned how complementary colours could work together and how contrast is the key to making any sketch pop right off the page. I sketch everywhere I go, and whether it's here at home or when I'm travelling, I'm lucky to work for an adventure travel company, so I've been to some really interesting places, and because I learned to let go and sketch before going to these places, I've actually been able to capture them in my sketchbook kind of how I wanted to. And then something even more interesting happened. people started to ask me to sketch their houses or their wedding venues or you know, special places to them so they could give it as a gift to their loved ones. That's right. People wanted to pay me to sketch for them. I now share my passion for ink and watercolour sketching with people all over the world, online and in person. It is my greatest joy to see people get the bug and to see that flash of inspiration and that drive to sketch what's around them in new, fun and unique ways. I really want to share this creative journey, or as I like to call it, sketchy adventure, with you guys too. I hope you've enjoyed hearing my little story and how I've used my let go and sketch approach to get from very basic sketches to where I am now. And I'm now helping other people each day to get their sketchbook out and just let go. Imagine looking directly over my shoulder as you watch my sketching process step by step, showing you how to use pencil lines, why and when to stop, how to bring the magic to your sketch with your pen, followed by some layers of watercolour, and then adding contrast to get your sketch to pop right off the page. Imagine how much time, trial and error, you can save yourself by learning everything I learned in several years in just a matter of a few hours. As much as I want to work with everyone, there is only a limited number of spaces on this course. I'm only one person and I can only offer so much support to everyone. So limiting the number of people will really allow me to give the level of help and support that I want to. And this means that I can be as available as much as possible to answer any questions that you have. So this course is going to be first come, first served. It's the best content that I have ever made. And therefore, I'm kind of expecting it to sell out pretty quickly, if I'm honest. So do look out for the next video where I'm going to talk to you about the specific instructions that you can follow to make sure that you get a space on the course. I'll also share some more information about the course, Sketch Your Adventures, and how it can transform your sketching. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I shall see you in the next and final video in this series.